Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, it looked like Mother Nature carved out a weekend, this past weekend, that you would expect in June or July with those temperatures out there. It was quite the summerish type of weekend. But that really didn't affect the bite that much because remember, the calendar still says September, despite what the temperature or the thermometer actually reads. But the main thing there that really affected the bite this past week really was the wind that began last Wednesday and continued on through most of the weekend. And I think that really stirred up the lakes quite a bit and affected the bite. But people that went out had some success. I won't say it was a shutout week. A lot of people came away with some really nice fish. As far as the walleye bite is concerned, up in the northeastern part of the state, the lakes that produced walleyes this past week that we've heard about included Bitter, Waubay, Blue Dog, Opitz, Reed, Enemy Swim, as well as Indian Springs, and that was before Indian Springs closed for the fall. And then down in the southeastern part of the state, those lakes included Ponset, Albert, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Thompson, 81 Ponds, East Oakwood, as well as Madison, Island, and Diamond. And they've been getting a few walleyes from shore at Island and Diamond as well. Now, what have guys been using to catch those walleyes? A lot of people now are going into the swim bait time of year and also throwing some plastic frogs out there. So keep that in mind. Remember, the walleyes love those frogs in the fall as those water temperatures drop over the next couple of weeks. The other lures that guys are using are jigging wraps, ripping wraps, and also slab wraps. And how they're using them, we'll talk about that during Todd's Tackle Tips section coming up next. And then as far as the perch bite is concerned, again, that continues to do fairly well at Dry Lake by Willow Lake, as well as Big Stone. Other lakes that produce perch included Ponset, Thompson, Albert, also Hendricks, and then also Sinai. And what have guys been using to catch those perch? Any drop chain type of lures, such as the Pilkies, Haleys, snare spoons, and then also the shiny hiney, and then small tungsten jigs have worked really well this past week or even the past couple of weeks. What have they been using for bait? Waxworms, maggots, and as well as small minnows, and then artificial bait. The Gulp waxworms have been working well the past week at the same time. In this version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about how people are using the jigging wraps, the ripping wraps, as well as the slab wraps to catch those walleyes and even the perch, especially some of the smaller lures such as the three that I mentioned. All people are doing, folks, are casting them from the boat. And they're casting it out, letting it sink to the bottom, tighten the line, and rip it back to the boat. Again, reel down to the water, tighten that line, rip it back. And just keep doing that, sometimes a little bit faster, sometimes a little bit slower. Mix up the motion a little bit, but that's all you're doing with each one of those presentations, whether or not you're talking about the jigging wrap, the ripping wrap, or the slab wraps. And there's a number of other things, such as the Northland Puppet Minnow has also been working just very similar to the jigging wrap. So there's different style lures out there made by different companies, but it's the same type of process, same type of motion when you're out there fishing for the perch or the walleyes. Again, cast, tighten the line, reel down, snap it back to you, reel down and get rid of the slack, and do it over until those fish really tell you what they want. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you that we still have our ongoing sale on rods and reels, and it's only going to be out for a little while longer because all our ice fishing inventory is arriving as we speak. We got inventory from Otter, Markham, all Rapala, Strike Master, as well as Eskimo. So they're all here, and now we just need to find the space to put it out for display. So again, stop on by and check out the great selection of rods and reels that we still have remaining. Anywhere from 20, 25, even 30% off the regular retail price. Also, when we're talking about ice fishing, remember to mark your calendar and help spread the word, folks, of the 10th Annual Dakota Angler Ice Institute here in Sioux Falls at the Sioux Falls Arena, November 9th through the 11th. I need your help to help spread the word. We want to fill that arena up once again this coming November. So again, November 9th through the 11th, the 10th Annual Dakota Angler Ice Institute. Tickets are going to be available at the door once again. If you have any questions about that, give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.